Hello YouTubers, Hammy Tech Nut here, and today's video is going to be the continuation of my looking at the tri-amp system I've got in my green screen man cave. So we are going to go back into the green screen man cave and poke around a little bit on the Ashley XR-1001 active crossovers. Join me in the green screen man cave now. Here we are again in the green screen man cave, and today, now this is where we look closely at the active crossovers that I mentioned in part 1 of this series on a tri-amp system. And this is what I'm looking at right now. We're looking at the Ashley XR-1001 active crossover network, and this is a device that has adjustments on it for you to set your frequencies and your levels to the amplifiers that are driving your speakers. Okay, so what you have and in this case, since I am tri-amping, it was necessary for me to get two of the Ashleys. So I have two Ashleys in here because normally they are set up for a biamp system. Okay, and a biamp system is just 2 amps, but I have a tri-amp system which they are capable of doing, but you need 2. So that's why I have 2 here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get up close here and look at the knobs so I can tell you what they do. Now on this first one here, we have output level for channel 1. Okay, this guy here is output level for channel 1, and then we have the this one is for channel 2, I believe. Yeah, because see below, when you have it set for, yeah, I haven't looked at this. Okay, the low is for the low frequencies, the mid is for the mid frequencies, then you have your tunings where, this is your tuning sets right here, and then for the high channel you have high right here. And of course this needs to be duplicated again for the second channels, channel 2, you know, or left or right if you want to call them that. And the neat thing about the Ashley is it has these response adjustments where you can adjust how the frequencies interact with each other. Like you can have this kind of slope or you can have this kind of slope, and you can vary between the two. And 6 is what they call the Lindquist-Riley curve. And that is what I like. I like the Lindquist-Riley curve, and these are 24 decibel per octave crossover points. Okay, so 24 decibels per octave down on each octave side. So that's what you want on a good crossover. You want at least 24 decibels octave, and definitely the capability to do the Lindquist-Riley. Okay, and that's what I prefer. Now the frequencies, you adjust the frequency at which you want your speakers to operate at. Okay, and that is the crossover point. So on this crossover point, I have it set at divided by 10. So it's around 350, 380, 390 in that ballpark. Okay, and on this one over here, I have it adjusted at about 5 or 6K because it's not divided by 10. You see on this one, the light was divided by 10. So whatever this scale shows, you divide it by 10. Now on this one is not divided by 10, it is normal. So this one is showing around 5 to 6K, which is where I set it. And I'm not going to change those settings because they were, it took me a while to get the good settings where I wanted them to be and the adjustments. What I'm going to do is going to be a very rudimentary way of showing you how a tri-amp system can affect the sound and what it can do to appealing your sound, making it sound better. And the main thing is distributing your power to your speakers more efficiently. But yes, you have the ability to tune everything to the frequencies you want. So I'm going to jump up to the little MP3 player that I've got here. This little MP3 player operates on USB or SD cards, and I got it from Parts Express. So let's turn it on and start listening to some of the music. Okay, now this part here has all the speakers operating. The mid-range, the bass, and the treble, okay? So what I'm going to do is, sorry about the camera work here, I know it's jittery. I'm going to turn off each of the speakers representatively. First we go with the bass. I'm going to shut off the bass. Okay, there we are, no bass. I shut off the feeds going to the amplifier for the bass. And that sounds pretty dinky, no bass. And now I'm going to shut off the mid-range. And now all you're hearing is the tink, tink, tinkle, tinkle of the tweeters, because that's the only one that's on. And I'm going to shut those off. So we have nothing going to the speakers, amplifiers right now, being fed to them. So I'm going to turn on just the bass again. And there's just the bass. And wow. It sounds bumpy, but that's all it sounds. It doesn't sound like anything else but bass. Okay, so now I'm going to add the mid-range. There's the mid-range and the bass. Now, I'm going to shut off the bass. Now that's just the mid-range. Okay. Now I'm going to turn back on the tweeters. And now we have a little bit of tinkle tinkle, but we don't have no bottom. Okay, so let's get the bottom back. On with the bass. And there it is. And that's the full sound. Okay. And now you see why I enjoy having a tri-amp system. It is a very, very nice way to adjust your speakers and get your sound going. And I highly recommend, if you're considering getting a active crossover network, that you consider the Ashley XR-1001. They are very nice. In a pair, they do wonderfully. Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to let the music play. And you can hear it, and you will enjoy it over my big speakers. And until next time, so long for now.